Hello and welcome back to another mead review. Today we are reviewing the Superstition Peanut Butter Jelly Crime. Now this is something you might have heard about. There are not many peanut butter jelly meads in the world. Superstition just so happens to be one that does these things. Now you can see I've tried it already. That's because I had BC from Doing the Most over, and I figured, hey, do you want to try it? And so I've already taste tested it. I just want to go ahead and give you my review of it and do a little bit of a special thing here at the end. Let me tell you something about this mead. This is a peanut butter jelly emulated mead. It is a blueberry mead with peanuts added, 13% ABV. Other information on this thing says we put a peanut butter jelly sandwich in a bottle. Some say this is a crime against all that is decent in the world of craft beverages, but peanut butter jelly crime has yet to receive judgment from you, a distinguished member of the jury. So carefully examine all the evidence provided by the prosecution and consider the alibi of the defense as you decipher the multifaceted complexity of the case. As you enjoy PBJC, don't forget the toast. So I definitely I think that this thing's really interesting for one. Anyways, I love their bottles. Very, very nice looking bottle. As a homebrewer, the only problem I have with this bottle is the fact that they have laser printed their information on it, so I can't really reuse it. I can, but I couldn't give the bottle away because then people would think it's something else. So I wish it wasn't laser printed, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get started with this mead review. Of course, I always do a quote official mead review in that I have a little score sheet here and I go through and I rank everything. So let me just tell you my notes and then we'll get into the scoring side. The nose on this thing is very, it's obviously not grape. It's the blueberry smell. It's the very earthy, I get, like a little bit of acidity on the nose, which seems like a weird thing to say, but yeah, it's got a very defined blueberry smell. I don't get a lot of peanut. I don't get a lot of honey character. I get a little honey character, like a dark floral note. Yeah, when I think of a peanut butter jelly sandwich, I think of grape naturally, but of course you can do any jelly when you make a peanut butter jelly mead. Let's taste it. Very pronounced blueberry flavor. The peanut is there, way on the end. Not as prominent. There's not a lot of breadiness, which is one thing I want to talk about here in a second. How I've achieved breadiness in some of my meads. It's got a very nice mouthfeel though. It's very full bodied. The way it coats your mouth and you kind of go through the flavors, you get the definite sweetness from the blueberries and the honey character as well. And the peanut is kind of like not necessarily an afterthought, but it develops later on in the drink. I'm getting it not in the forefront of the taste. It's very jelly-y. The more I drink it, the more jelly taste I get, the less peanut taste, I should say, I get. So I wish there was more of that. Overall, it's not a very deep. It's not a very complex mead. It's pretty cut and dry. Fruit, a little bit of honey, slightly in there, not a lot of honey character, and this slightly peanut flavor. When I think of a deep mead, what I'm talking about is as you taste it, you go through multi-layers of the drink. You get the sweetness, and you get some tartness, and you get some earthy notes. Ooh, and here's the honey character, and ooh, there's some smokiness here. Examples, stuff like that. This is pretty flat, pretty just like, here's what I am jelly, I am peanut, and that's it. I do like the blueberry side. I do wonder about the grape, if they had used a grape base instead of a blueberry base, but I do think the blueberry complements the peanut well. I do wish that there was some bready character. The bready character I'm talking about comes from, in my case, actually, adding graham crackers. I have had lots of success adding graham crackers to my meads and achieving not only the spices that come from graham crackers, but a mouthfeel and an actual body change from it. And in a moment, I'll kind of show you and tell you about that. I like it. It's good. It's not super in-depth, it's not super deep. There is not a lot of complexity to it, which maybe some age would help with that. But it's still good. Let me do my official mead review sheet, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I finished my review. Of course, I will give you my notes and show you on the screen. But starting with color and appearance, it's a dark blue purple. It's not very clear. Not the most impressive looking thing, although it's hard to lose points in color appearance for me. Nose bouquet, I said 11 out of 15. Very berry, meaning just super fruity tasting. Lacks clear honey aroma. Has acidity that on the nose you get. There's a little bit of bite, a little bit of alcohol burn. The peanut question mark, I don't get any peanut from it necessarily. I said it reminds me of jelly. Literally just feels like I'm sticking my nose I put jelly underneath my nose and I was just smelling it. So meaning not a lot of honey or a lot of peanut character. Flavor, 11 out of 15. I said fruit flavors is great, sweet, round berry character. Peanut flavor is hidden. Honey presence is low. You get the honey presence from the sweetness of the honey, but you don't get it from. You don't get the aromas, the warmth of the honey. I'm not getting the honey character, which to me is a floral side. Do you get a specific varietal? Sometimes you can have like avocado blossom honey, which is like sometimes molassesy. Is it buckwheat? Is it mesquite? Is it smoky? Stuff like that. I don't really have a lot of honey character to fall back on. Finish, 7 out of 10. Flat finish, not a lot of development. I want more peanut flavoring. If I'm going to have something that says peanut butter and jelly, then I want, peanut to be in my face way more. Honey presence or honey character presence, 6 out of 10. Not very present aside from sweetness, like I said a second ago. No real character to taste. I explained that. And mouthfeel, body, I said 9 out of 10. I like the full body and the way it coats your mouth. It's really got this nice presence to it. That's really nice. It does feel not too heavy. And the fact that it's cold definitely helps. But it's pretty good. Overall, 52 out of 70. Not the best of my score sheets, but that's okay. If you want to see all my score sheets, there's a link down below to a Google Drive where I've done this many times. Now, I like this one a lot, and I have something else kind of special. I have my own peanut butter jelly mead that I created, and again, this is open because I taste tested it with BC. I think this is this might be one of the last bottles of this in existence. So this is a very special thing. This is my peanut butter jelly version. This is grape juice as a base. I put grape flavoring in the secondary. This does have that amaretti peanut flavoring in it. And my special thing about this is graham crackers. I put probably 3 or 4 graham crackers on top in the secondary. And I did this as a test to see if graham crackers would add bready flavor and spices, of course. And I believe they have added that, and I have experienced it multiple times. So I'm here to compare the two, not trying to say mine is vastly better than theirs, because I'll be very honest with you right now, it's not. But I am curious, and I hope you'll be interested in the differences between them. So obviously color difference, very, very different. Mine's not very clear either. I don't do any filtering, obviously. I don't have a filtration system any. And that's okay. Let me tell you a little bit about this. The nose is way more peanut-esque. You can definitely get a little bit of grape jelly flavor, but the peanut is overwhelming. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's taste it. Yeah, that peanut flavor is just much more prominent. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I stabilized this when I added more grape flavor, but I didn't add enough grape flavor. I also added too much peanut flavor because the peanut flavor is like so strong. It's got some hints of vanilla note to it for some reason. There's definitely some body help from the graham cracker. I get a little bit of that bready, somewhat of a yeasty taste. There is some spice character, which I could be getting some of those vanilla notes from the graham cracker. I mean, it's not, again, not the most fantastic thing. This is a year old as of this month, and it needs more. It needs more jelly flavor. This thing, their version, does a great job of pronouncing the jelly flavor, while mine doesn't do a great job of pronouncing it, but it does a better job of pronouncing peanut flavor. If I were to do this again, I would definitely use grape juice as a base, and I would back sweeten with grape juice. It would be the same process using peanut syrup of some sort. I would be lighter on the peanut flavoring because what I'm finding is peanut flavor actually pops over time. So maybe that's what they knew. And so maybe that peanut character will pop 6 months, a year from now within this one. But I would use less peanut flavoring. I would definitely also make it a little sweeter. This is pretty dry. And I had used mesquite blossom honey, so I do get a bit of smokiness, a bit of dark character from it, which I like, but for a peanut butter jelly mead, it feels a little bit funky, because I do get some of those notes. And the graham crackers, for sure. I would add the graham crackers, probably leave them in longer, and let them really let the mead really soak up their flavor. My last little thing, and then I'm done with this video, I'm actually going to mix a little bit of these two. So I think I'm even. Yeah, I'm just going to 50-50. Let's see what they taste like together. I do think that mine being more peanut heavy and theirs being more jelly heavy might turn this into like a, more normal mead. And I'm noticing the inside that the alcohol, the legs of this thing are like clinging to the glass. It's pretty cool looking. I wish I could get a shot of it. That's pretty cool. Anyways. Ooh. The pronunciation of the peanut flavor, like I'm talking about, helps us quite a bit. I like this. Definitely wish there was more bready flavor, of course. But I do believe that the adding the peanut and the jelly coming together from both of ours is very good. I'm very impressed with Superstition stuff. I highly suggest you go check them out. And I promise you I have more reviews of their things to do in the future. They do a lot of fantastic things. This is a mead that has been reviewed by many people, I'm sure, and it's widely known. So go get yourself a bottle of it if you want to experience it. Don't let my opinions jade you. Develop your own opinions by trying it. Support the meaderies who are putting out the great stuff, and of course make your own mead. But thank you to Superstition for making great meads, and I promise you I'll be buying more of your stuff very soon because you guys put out some awesome things. I just wish you were closer, and of course shipping's great. That's a good thing about most meaderies now, they ship. Anyways, I've had a lot of fun with this. Check out my score sheet stuff down below if you want to find all my mead reviews. Of course, I have other ones that are peer in the world, and yeah, so hey, on that note, have a great day. Cheers.